Okay, so all this week here on 3+U, we're going to find time in each of our shows to give you a little bit of a holiday shopping tour, courtesy of our local businesses. And we're going to kick things off this morning with Diane Tobin at the Spice and Tea Exchange over in East Brainerd. Good to see you this morning.
You too, Julie.
I almost don't know where to start in talking to you, and I have a feeling that when your customers come in the door, after that first waft of delicious smell hits them in the face, they don't know where to start in terms of what to look for. You've got everything under one roof.
We do. We actually do. Usually we invite people if we have not seen them before or if it's a new experience for them to be here. We always say, let me give you a quick tour and then I'll turn you loose.
Right.
And that usually helps to sort of get into somebody's comfort zone because we all eat. So
lately more than we would like to admit, right?
And that could be true. That could be true.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's let that be kind of our launching point here. Okay. COVID, one of the benefits of it, if you want to find one, is that we were all together as a family more. Many people did discover that, hey, I kind of like cooking at home as opposed to always going out to eat. Recipes can get pretty boring pretty quickly. You come here, you can pick up recipe cards and then the spices to go along with it.
That's right. We have amazing recipe cards. And, you know, we are all watching YouTube, we're watching Food Network, and people are becoming brave. But one thing that can really separate that is having access to good, well, custom blended things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've taken years to learn how to do some of these different things that I do here in the shop. And I've made it so all you have to do is just throw them on and you're going to have something amazing.
But there is, you know, the art of cooking is a very old art form, right?
That's true.
And in different parts around the world, which you can find those spices here, people know the healing benefits and the health benefits of many of those spices. There is a difference in the quality of the spice you purchase. You're carrying top of the line here. Right?
Sure, we are carrying top of the line here, and that's not necessarily an easy thing for just your general grocery store to carry because they are carrying many different products. Mm-hmm. You have to remember, spices, the closer you are to the equator, that's where you'll find foods that carry so many more spices. But there was a reason for that. They were helping to keep their health up and keep their food supplies up. And spices can help do that in particular. Another great story out of any kind of spices would be, just the story of the nutmeg. And I think we've spoke about this before. Nutmegs are kind of a kickoff for a lot of people. And that seems kind of funny.
Yeah.
But nutmegs became precious because they thought nutmegs fought the plague.
Really? Well, what a good one for us to be then enjoying right now in the midst of COVID, right?
It truly is. It truly is. Now, they do know that there are antibacterial properties to many different spices. Nutmeg, it really is one of those, as well as being able to kind of tune up your system. Right. Tune up your system. They find if you keep more garlic in your system that you do tend to have better circulatory issues. They know turmeric does help to bring down inflammation. So incorporating these can be very simple. It can be something as simple as scrambling up some eggs,
mm-hmm.
throwing a little turmeric,
in.
Crack that fresh black peppercorn in there, and you're good to go.
Okay, let's talk about the memories made around a kitchen table. You have a large family. I'm sure you've always made a big point when your kids were younger to have that family meal. So when people come in too, you're giving them a chance to make memories with their families. Don't you find that?
I do, because everything, and I've said this so often, everything happens around a plate of food. Just when those big announcements or maybe little private quiet conversations of Mom,
I wrecked the car.
I wrecked the car, or I
Right.
just got a ticket. You know, these things happen. They do happen.
Okay, let's talk about some of the other just fun things you're going to find besides the spices and the delicious sugars and all that. You've got novelty items. I mean, you are the Spice and Tea Exchange.
Sure.
You've got everything from delicious tea blends to the serving canisters and things to go along with it.
Yes, I certainly do. I certainly do. We every year have limited time teas. This year, our limited time teas are a dark chocolate peppermint tea, which is so perfect for the season. You know, chocolate and peppermint, how can you ever go wrong? We also have a beautiful sugar cookie, a toasted biscotti, and these wonderful warm cups. You know, there's something very special that happens whenever you hold something warm. Your hands are very important. You have a lot of nerve endings in there. And they've found that for people, especially who are feeling a little bit anxious or looking for some comfort, when you wrap your hands around something warm that has a lot of aromatic to it, it instantly brings down your stress level, just that quick.
Let's talk about your stress. Okay, here you are, a small business owner in the midst of COVID. I know, Diane, that you have had a lot of days where you've just kind of done one of these, but you've gotten pretty creative. And so with the Christmas season, you're doing a 12 days of Christmas to kind of give your customers a little bit of an extra something when they come through the door.
You bet, you bet. Our kickoff was with the first day of Christmas. We had 20% off on one of our really amazing gift baskets that we do up here in the store. Something that's really, you know, really affordable, really very reachable for people. And that's really key. We have, you know, second day of Christmas. Buy
now
one
here
tea,
we are
get a second for free. So here we are now
on the seventh day.
Seventh day. So it's 7 salts. So it's a great way to pick up something that you can share with either your friends, just that quick moment for them, or possibly throw them into stockings, because stocking stuffers are like gold in the bank.
They'll score you big brownie points. That's what she's telling you, right?
That's right. That's truly right.
Are you operating on limited hours right now?
Right now we are from 11 to 7. We are hoping to maybe stretch that, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how the wind blows on that one.
Okay, and let me ask you this before I let you run and visit with your customers who are chomping at the bit to get into the door.
It's true.
Didn't you tell me once that with your spices, if somebody comes in and they say, you know what, my grandmother's from Italy, and I would love to give my dad something that was an Italian spice, you can help create something custom for them. Can't you do that?
We certainly can, especially if you have a specific recipe. We only ask that you kind of help us help you by, let's get everything weighed out, not just by teaspoons and tablespoons. But even if you don't, but you're looking for a certain thing, we have our array of spices up here go anywhere from wonderful Mediterraneans like, you know, Italian seasonings, or our beautiful Tuscany blend, which is just so supreme, to nice harissa or maybe a baharat. You know, these are different kind of names, but those who are willing to explore and maybe discover a flavor from somewhere else, whether it's in the curry family or whether it's from, you know, our Latin American friends down south, we can probably find something that's going to fit that bill.
Then you come in and explore. It will be a great way for you to give something truly unique, helping a small, locally owned business, family operated, and you'll get an education while you're at it. Diane, thanks for letting us head your way this morning.
Thank you for coming on in.
The Spice and Tea Exchange right here, right next to Francesca's and the Bonefish Grill off of Gun Barrel Road. Phone number, website right there on your screen. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Julie.
We know